just as energy prices are going up here in the UK. So it's a disastrous start for his government.
Minister's personal poll ratings have fallen to, wait for it, -30. That makes Prince Andrew look like a national hero.
In the next 10 minutes, we'll break down Liz Truss's shocking allegations against Keir Starmer, reveal the damning poll numbers that show 61% of voters are already dissatisfied with his leadership, and explore the potential leadership crisis brewing within Labour.
Ordinary people across Britain see how bad things are. They can see that we don't have control of the boats. They can see.
Stick around to the end, where we'll examine how this scandal fits into the broader context of political disillusionment in the UK and what it means for the future of British politics. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Liz Truss' abrupt rise to political prominence has Westminster in shock. An apparently unimportant interview on Sky News has turned into a major controversy that could permanently change the direction of British politics. Truss settled into her chair, and no one saw the bombshell coming. The former Prime Minister largely disappeared from the public eye following a brief and tumultuous tenure at the head of state.
No, and he got in with a very low proportion of the vote. He got in by default because people were unhappy with the Conservatives.
She was at the centre of a crisis once more, though, this time as the carrier of serious charges against Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party. As soon as Truss made his charges, a shudder ran through the political world. Although the details are still unclear, those with knowledge claim that Starmer is dealing with serious ethical transgressions that could terminate his political career.
How about this for a number? Just 17% of the public think that this Labour government are doing a good job.
As suspicions spread widely, social media quickly went into overdrive, with the hashtag Truss allegations trending nationwide. Political analysts didn't spend any time offering their opinions. Some questioned Truss's motivations, believing she was attempting to salvage her reputation by drawing attention to her critics. It was perceived by some as an attempt to mislead the Labour Party just before the election. Whether that was Truss's intention or not, his plan has left the political establishment in complete disarray. Members of the Labour Party are reportedly working feverishly to find a solution that will allow Starmer's reputation and leadership survive the potential backlash.
To adjust our policies. I am somebody who's prepared to front up. I'm prepared to take the tough decisions.
It has enormous implications for Starmer's career path. If they haven't already, accusations like this could significantly harm his already low approval ratings. The coming days will be crucial as more material comes to light and the Labour leader determines how to respond.
Microphone in front of them, they are having to defend something that privately they know they cannot square.
Since Truss's interview, the public discourse has changed in every way. Media organisations who were previously focused on economic policies and the fallout from Brexit have switched their attention to continuously reporting this new debate. Political talk stations are rushing to reschedule their guests due to the potential repercussions.
Just as energy prices are going up here in the UK. So it's a disastrous start for his government.
Now that the initial shock has passed, attention is turning to Starmer's reputation and performance history. How will these allegations impact his reputation, given his concerted attempts to present an image of transparency and honesty? To fully understand Truss's claims, it is necessary to look at Starmer's decline, from Labour's brightest hope to a beleaguered leader. Remember the days when Keir Starmer was heralded as the Labour Party's saviour. As we move into the modern day, that armour appears to be somewhat worn out. Starmer's demise is filled with expensive eyewear and corporate gifts, serving as a warning tale of foolish politics. But how could it all come crashing down so quickly? Starmer became the leader of Labour by promising honesty and stability after years of a chaotic Tory government. He presented himself as the solution to political instability and as a leader with values who could rebuild trust in the system. His fundamental policy views, which included the need for the Labour Party to start afresh, a focus on transparent leadership, and a duty to practice ethical governance, struck a chord with many people. However, as the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. Furthermore, Starmer's actions have increasingly contradicted his well-crafted persona. Take, for instance, the controversy surrounding his acceptance of costly gifts.
You like him, and now it's gone from bad to worse. He's been caught accepting donations to pay for his wife's dresses.
The fact that Starmer had been spotted sporting stylish eyewear worth about 2,500 raised eyebrows. Soon later, it was revealed that the Labour leader had been receiving lavish hospitality and tickets to high-profile events from corporate sponsors.
He's been accepting more freebies than any other MP in Parliament, but meanwhile, because of their disastrous economic policies.
Even though these incidents might not seem like much on their own, they have contributed to the general perception that Starmer is not linked to the typical voter. His formerly praised methodical leadership style is now criticised for being overly hesitant and fragmented. He once vowed to bring the people together with their elected officials, yet he is now closely associated with the same influential political establishment that he despised.
No secret that he is not afraid to put things out there in the public domain that he believes to be in the public interest.
The public's trust in Starmer is rapidly declining, based on his approval ratings. Recent polls show that 61% of respondents are dissatisfied with his leadership. This sharp decline raises major doubts about his ability to lead Labour into the next general election.
The Minister's personal poll ratings have fallen to, wait for it, -30. That makes Prince Andrew look like a national hero.
Party insiders are reportedly growing more anxious, and rumours of a potential leadership crisis are catching on like wildfire. Liz Truss's shocking disclosure may be the end of Starmer's political career. In her dramatic live TV appearance, Truss accused Starmer of having an adulterous affair with a senior member of his staff.
Your take on the change of government, because the Starmer government already seems to have hit a few problems, those cuts to the winter heating payments.
Starmer's carefully constructed reputation for integrity and family values would be destroyed if this charge proves to be accurate. Westminster is reeling from the newest scandal, which has broad ramifications for British politics. Starmer's potential death raises questions about the nature of political leadership and the party's future in this era of unheard-of public scrutiny.
There's something bigger going on here, and it's annoying because I don't know what it is. And I know that the lobby of political journalists at Westminster feel the same.
Can any politician truly live up to the lofty principles they promise to uphold, or are we destined to live in a never-ending cycle of disappointment? After this latest political earthquake passes, what will happen to British politics? The Truss-Starmer scandal has exposed serious weaknesses in our democratic system and raised concerns about responsibility and integrity at the highest levels. Will people ever be able to trust their leaders again? But will we constantly be plagued by scandal and disillusionment. People's tolerance is starting to wane as they become weary of witnessing the same old drama play out. Perhaps we should reconsider how we choose and assess political leaders. Naturally, the time-tested tactic of depending on damage management and spin is no longer effective. One thing is clear when considering the future. The British public wants substantive change rather than just catchphrases and carefully crafted identities.
We have said we're not raising taxes on working people.
And we're not going to be increasing taxes on working people.
We're not increasing taxes on working people.
This most recent incident will still have an impact, even if it ceases to garner national coverage. It serves as one another sobering reminder that in the world of politics, the truth often comes to light unexpectedly. The future of Keir Starmer and the Labour Party looks to be somewhat difficult.